and welcome back to the Straight Shooter Recruiter. I'm Emily, a senior recruiter by day, podcast host by night, and then career coach on the weekends. But today I'm just nervous. That's really the only thing I'm going to use to describe myself. I'm freaking out. Today is the very first Ask Me Anything video on this channel, and you had no mercy. None. The questions I got were personal. They were juicy. They are making my palms sweat, my knees shake. What's that Eminem line?
Knees weak, something, something, mom spaghetti.
That's how I feel. Whatever that song is, that's how I feel. I've got my little iPad ready to go. All right, let's do it. Let's embarrass myself. For my own sanity, I'm going to ease into things with a couple of easy questions. So the first is, do I have any pets? I don't. I'm actually really allergic to cats and dogs, which sucks because I love animals, but I still want one. So I'm probably going to look into getting a hypoallergenic dog because I really want a pet. I feel like it's just fun to have a little walking buddy. What's my favorite kind of food? This is such a cop-out answer because I'm Italian, but it has to be my nonna's homemade cooking. Like anything that woman touches, chef's kiss, it's golden. I would say if I had to pick one dish, it's her homemade spaghetti. Like there's nothing better than nonna's homemade spaghetti. What's your favorite type of music? This is easy for me. I absolutely love Motown. Like if you put on anything old school Motown, that really lights me up. Like I love the Temptations. I could listen to them all day. They're my all-time favorite kind of musical group. So 100% is Motown. Do I have any tattoos? I actually don't. And nothing against tattoos. I love them. I just don't personally have anything that I want to put on my body yet. And I think I will at some point, but I don't know, there's just nothing that sticks out to me that I'm not going to regret. And someone asked, what's your favorite Drake song? Oh, okay, for those of you who don't know, I'm from Toronto, so that's probably why this question was asked, but Drake is also one of my all-time faves. Oh, if I had to pick one, like his best song, that's so hard. That's so hard. I would probably say Shot For Me is one of them. And believe it or not, I really love The Motion. I feel like that song did not get enough love. So you let me know what your favorite Drake song is in the comments. This next question is a good one. It's, where do I see myself in 5 years? I don't know. And I probably should know given that I'm a career coach, but I honestly think that my career trajectory has changed a lot over the last couple of years. I initially thought I was going to stay in, the recruitment space my entire career. But now that I've started to create content online, I could definitely see me taking like my coaching business or my social media profiles a lot more seriously. Not that I don't take them seriously, but treating them like they're my full-time job, like it's my career. I could definitely see myself doing that. Questions are going to get a little bit more personal and I'm going to get increasingly more awkward. The first question is, do I have anxiety? Yes, I do. I definitely have anxiety and I've had it my entire life. I also think that having anxiety is part of the reason I do what I do, because it forces me to get out of my comfort zone. It forces me to push through some of my anxieties with like public speaking or talking to people. So having these online platforms really forces me to get out of my comfort zone and push myself out of my shell. But I also firmly believe that my anxiety is kind of my superpower. Like, hear me out. I know this might sound crazy, but I think when you have anxiety, and if you have anxiety, you know exactly what I'm about to say, you overthink everything. And you're always thinking about the worst case scenario or like, what could go wrong. And I think at work, having that mindset is actually a good thing, where you're able to proactively see things that could go wrong, or you're immediately thinking of like, okay, if this happens, this is what I'm going to do. So I kind of feel like my anxiety, obviously, like, you struggle with it, but it really has helped me from a career perspective. What is your horoscope? So I am a Scorpio, which I feel like you can probably guess. I feel as though I emulate Scorpio energy, but let me know what your star signs are in the comments, because I'd be curious if you feel like you align to the personality traits of your star sign, because I personally do think I align quite a bit to everything I read about Scorpios. How do I deal with negative comments online? Not well, not very well at all. Okay, no, that's not true. When I first started growing on social media, every negative comment that I got felt like a personal attack. Like anytime someone would comment and say, I hated that tip, or, that advice you gave was crap, or you are ugly, or like you're overweight, or you're too skinny, or you're this, or you're that. And I took it to heart. Like it hurt my feelings. I took it really personally. Now that I've been doing it a little bit longer, it no longer feels personal, if that makes sense, which is sad. You shouldn't have to become numb to the fact that people are going to be mean to you online. But I've kind of hit that point where I recognize people are going to be mean. Like if I'm putting myself out there on the internet, I am going to get a couple of nasty comments. I got a whole bunch of you asking what my skincare routine is. So this is one of those topics where I definitely would put out a video if you were interested in me doing a skincare routine, but my skin and I have been on a journey. We have been on a long road together. I had really bad acne when I was in university for about a year, and it came out of nowhere. I had no idea where it came from. My skin was always good, but it ended up actually stemming from my diet. So of course, consulted a nutritionist, went to doctors, they helped me with all of this, but I cut out gluten, dairy, and soy for 2 years, and that's what cleared my skin. So thankfully, I was able to reintroduce a lot of those foods in moderation, but that's a big reason on why my skin is more clear now. And now I just use products that are very gentle, don't have any scents, but I'm happy to kind of walk you guys through what my skincare routine is. So let me know if you want a full video on that. How do you always have so much energy? I honestly don't. Like, I don't at all. And I know it's very difficult to believe because as I'm speaking to you, it seems like I have energy, but social media is a hoax. Like, social media shows you everyone else's highlight reel. I'm never gonna go on Instagram and post about, you know, like having a bad day, or I'm never gonna make an Instagram reel when I'm in like a really bad mood or super upset or like went through a breakup or got into a fight with someone. So you're never gonna see me and most people at their low points. You're only gonna see us at our best. Is your life going how you expected it to go? No, it's not. And not in a bad way. Like, not in a bad way at all. In fact, it's going a lot better, I would say, than I expected. To be honest, when I was like 15 or 16, I was convinced that I would be married with kids by 25, and that's not what happened. Yeah, so I definitely thought that I was going to be like married and settled down by now. Evidently, that's not the case, and I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, you know, did not work out how we planned. I was also convinced that I was going to have like a career in the arts and just be doing something so different with my life. Have you ever been in love? I have. I've been in love twice. For sure, I've been in love twice. But it's interesting because with every person you meet and every time you fall in love, it's different. Like, there's different dynamics to your relationship. There's different things that you learn. You know, love looks and feels really different for every relationship that you're in. So I got asked a lot about what my hobbies are and kind of what I do to calm down after a work day or like before a work day. And I have the same answer for both. For me, it's exercise. Like, I absolutely love health and exercising. Like, it brings me joy. I don't even know what to tell you. I love moving my body. I love trying new workouts. I love pushing myself. And it's just a really like safe space for me to be myself and to be present. Which actually leads into a question I got at least 200 times. Literally in my notes, I wrote in brackets, 200 times. It says, what's your workout routine? I'm so happy to do a full video on this stuff, so let me know if you're interested. If you're not, it's totally fine. I'm not going to take offense. But I work out probably 5 or 6 days a week. I hate cardio. I absolutely hate cardio. So I really try to only do that 2 days a week, just because it really doesn't bring me a lot of joy, to be honest with you. And then the rest of the days I'm lifting weights. Also got a question about my diet. Honestly, I do my best to live a life of moderation. Like, if I want a piece of cake, I'm having a piece of cake. But I would say 80% of the time, I mostly eat, you know, healthy foods that are gonna give me some nourishment, like lots of vegetables. I do eat meat, so I do have lots of kind of chickens and turkeys and all of that. But yeah, I would say that's pretty much my meal plan. I got so many questions asking how I stay so confident and if I've ever been insecure. Yes, I have been insecure. There are still days where I am insecure, especially when you think about posting yourself online a couple of days a week. It's really difficult to stay completely confident, and not even just with people's comments, because you guys are so nice in the comments for the most part. It's more so, you know, you analyzing yourself. Every time I post, I'm looking at like every inch of my face and my body and what I'm saying, and it's just so easy to be very hard on yourself. However, I am a very confident person in who I am, and it hasn't always been that way. I definitely had bouts of pretty intense insecurity, from everything from my personality to how I looked to what I was studying. There was a very long period in my late teens and early 20s where I just wasn't really happy with who I was. And I'm happy I'm no longer in that stage, but it took a lot of hard work. It took talking to people. It took having great supportive friends and family in my life. And it really took me stopping negative self-talk. I would say that's one of the biggest things that's helped. This is also so high level. I could talk so much more specifically clearly about what those insecurities were, kind of what my journey has been with that. And I'm so happy to do that. Although it makes me extremely uncomfortable, I also recognize I have a platform, and it's important for me to be my authentic self on that platform, because I think if there was someone telling me that it's okay to have moments of insecurity and how they worked through it when I was in my late teens, maybe I would have kind of felt a little bit less alone. So anyways, if you want a video like that where I talk more about kind of those insecurities and my journey to kind of find myself, God, I hate how that sounds, let me know in the comments.
And now, on to the topic that literally thousands of you asked questions about.
I am not kidding. Thousands of you guys ask questions on this one topic. It's my love life. You guys want to know everything about my love life, and I think it's so funny. I am so up for it. Let's do it. Are you single? I am. I am single. I am extremely single. I am the most single. A couple of you already know that I'm single because I've mentioned it on my lives, if you guys have asked on Instagram especially. So a bunch of you asked why I'm single. I wish I could tell you that I don't
know why I'm single. I'm such a nice girl. I wonder why I'm single.
I would be a horrible girlfriend right now. I'm not even kidding. I work probably 70 to 80 hours a week. There is no time for me to insert a man into that. Like, there's no space. I would be a horrible partner right now, so it's out of the question. Someone asked, how do I balance work and dating? I don't. Like, my love life is so dry right now. I am really not seeing anyone. I'm hardly talking to anyone. I will say I am on dating apps. So if you're in the Toronto area and you've seen me, let me know in the comments. Do men find you intimidating? I don't know. I really don't know. Let me know in the comments. Am I intimidating? I don't know. What do you look for in an ideal boyfriend? That's a good question. There's a lot of things. I actually literally have a list of things that are important to me written in my phone on a notes app, because I'm a big believer in manifesting and also getting very clear about what I want. So if I ever meet someone who does not check something on that list, I know that I'm going to waste my time because I'm not going to get what I need from them. But the most important things for me in a boyfriend, number one, is empathy. Like, I want someone who is deeply empathetic towards me, towards other people, towards strangers on the street. Like, I need someone who is very capable of feeling deeply, is very driven and ambitious. Like, I want someone who is working hard on whatever it is that they do. I don't care what your career is. I just want you to be committed to it and actually dedicated to it. I also got asked 1,000 times what my favorite books were, so here are my top 3. Talking to Strangers by Malcolm Gladwell. Such a good book. Lullabies for Little Criminals by Heather O'Neill. I cried. I cried every single chapter. You have to read it. It's outstanding. And I also really enjoyed Awake and Dreaming by Kit Pearson. I was asked what my favorite candle scent was, and I basically had an existential crisis. I was like, how am I going to pick one? How am I going to pick one candle scent that is my all-time favorite? And then I smelled every single candle I own, and let me tell you, it was a lot. Winner chicken dinner for my favorite candle scent is Pink Apple Punch from White Barn, which is, the sub-line of Bath & Body Works. The notes in this candle are crisp apple, sun-kissed melon, and sugar crystals. It sounds like it's going to be really sweet, but it's definitely not overpowering. I actually don't typically love scents like this. I usually go for more like tobacco, musky style scents. However, this just smells like a warm hug. It is so sweet and cozy. It's lasted so long. I've been burning this every single night, probably for 2 months, and I've got at least another 2 or 3 nights out of this, and I absolutely love it. I would highly recommend this candle. Whew. That whole thing made me nervous. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's like kind of different from what I typically do. This was a lot more casual. I feel like I'm getting progressively more casual, but it was also a lot more personal, and there's a lot more I'd be comfortable opening up about. So please let me know if there's a certain topic you want more videos or more content on. Let me know what you thought of this video, if there's any questions that didn't get asked that you want asked next time. But most importantly, please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and be kind to yourself today. I will talk to you next week.